There's a saloon in the Idaho mountains where the last drink was poured over a century ago. The poker table still has bullet holes in it, remnants of a game that ended badly. This is Custer, Idaho. Once, 600 people lived here. They came for gold. They struck it rich. And then, in less than 30 years, they all disappeared. 1867. Deep in central Idaho's mountains, prospectors found gold along the Yankee Fork of the Salmon River. At first, just a few claims, a handful of men panning in icy water, but word spreads fast when there's gold. By early 1879, a company town was being carved from wilderness. They named it after General George Armstrong Custer, killed just 3 years earlier at Little Bighorn. They built it fast. One main street, log cabins, and a massive stamp mill, the General Custer Mill, completed in 1880 with 20 stamps pounding ore day and night. The sound echoed through the valley like thunder, the sound of money being made. By 1896, Custer was thriving. 600 people in this remote valley. The Lucky Boy mine was producing, the Black mine was profitable, money flowing like water. Aerial tramways stretched from high claims to the mill, carrying buckets of ore through mountain air. The stamps crushed it, the gold was separated, fortunes were made. Custer had everything a mining camp needed: multiple saloons, a dance hall, boarding houses, hotels, general stores, a blacksmith, even a newspaper called the Prospector. A Wells Fargo office handled the gold shipments. A miners' union hall held meetings. There was even a baseball team. But notably, no church. Custer was a town built on whiskey, gambling, and gold fever, not salvation. Stories tell of card games that ended in gunfire, miners drinking away months of wages in a single night, houses of ill repute doing steady business. Life was hard, rough, and short, but when the gold was flowing, nobody cared. But gold mines don't last forever. In 1888, the General Custer Mining Company closed. The town shuttered. Families left. Businesses shuttered. Then came a brief revival. The Lucky Boy Gold Mining Company reopened operations in 1895. Hope returned. People came back. But it didn't last. In 1904, the Lucky Boy Mine and General Custer Mill closed for good. The main employer, the heart of the town, gone. The exodus began immediately. Families packed what they could carry. Some moved to newer mines at Sunbeam and Loon Creek, chasing the boom one more time. By 1910, Custer was officially a ghost town. Only about a dozen families remained, clinging to memories and fading hope. When the Sunbeam mine closed in 1911, the last residents finally left. The camp that had held 600 souls just 15 years earlier was now completely abandoned. Today, Custer stands frozen in time. In 1966, the area became part of Chalice National Forest. In 1981, it was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Now managed as part of the land of the Yankee Fork State Park, Custer has been partially restored, a time capsule of an Idaho gold camp. Visitors walk the same main street where miners once stumbled between saloons. They peer into cabins where families lived cramped lives. They see the rusted equipment that once promised riches. Downriver sits the massive Yankee Fork Gold Dredge, another monument to the mining era that defined this valley. The setting is spectacular. A narrow mountain valley carved by the Yankee Fork, surrounded by peaks that still hold tunnels and shafts from 100 forgotten claims. Custer's story is simple. People chased gold, found it, built a town, and when the gold ran out, they left. Fast fortunes, faster collapse. What remains is a reminder that boom towns always bust, that nothing lasts forever, and that sometimes the ghosts we leave behind are the places we abandon. Custer, Idaho, the gold town that vanished.
Custer lasted less than 30 years as a living town, but its story has endured for over a century, a perfect example of the boom and bust cycle that defined the American West. Thank you so much for watching this journey into Idaho's gold rush history. If you enjoyed this story of fortune and loss, please hit that like button. It really helps share these forgotten tales with more people. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss our explorations of ghost towns, abandoned places, and the incredible stories behind them. Drop a comment below. Would you have been brave enough to chase gold in a place like Custer? Or would the isolation and risk have kept you away? I love hearing your thoughts. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and remember that every ghost town was once somebody's dream.